Hey, what's up, guys? Had a couple guys asking about updates, how I'm doing on the truck. Appreciate the encouragement and all the interest. I thought I'd shoot something out there for you guys, see what I'm up to. I haven't had a whole lot of time to work as usual, but I'm plugging away when I can. I've actually been delayed a little bit because my wife let me buy a new toy. So don't mind the mess, guys, but this is my new toy, and I absolutely love it. It's a 2012 GT 500, obviously, and I'm telling you, getting in that thing and getting to go for a cruise is a whole lot more fun than crawling under this guy. So I'll show you guys around it a little bit. Haven't done much to it. It's one of those things I don't like to mod much. It's a 2012, so it's got a stock 5.4, no big mods. I put a JLT cold air tube, carbon fiber. I didn't really want to replace the SVT air box, and I'm not looking to put a programmer in it just yet. One of these days I'm going to probably get a bigger pulley, but man, this thing will flat fly as it is. It doesn't need much, for at least not for my needs. And other than that, I've really not done a whole lot. I did put a set of RTR Tactical Magnaflow exhaust on it that American Muscle says won't fit this car, but it absolutely does. Wife got me a cool shift knob for Father's Day. Love her for that. Here's the Shelby idling with these RTR Tacticals that American Muscle says won't fit. There you can kind of see the tips. They're 4-inch. Look really nice. The car's disgusting. I don't let it get like that normally, but I went to a car show yesterday and got rained on, so bummer there. Okay, so back on topic. You guys aren't here to look at the Shelby. You want to know about the truck, so here it goes. This is how it sits on July the 7th. Front clips on. Fender and hood obviously aren't. The vintage AC runs the coolant lines inside the inner fender, which I like, and goes up here to the condenser. I decided to drop all the wires that come to this area under the fender too, so the only thing you see are the battery leads. Picked up an Odyssey battery, 2 mega fuses for the Coyote alternator and everything else. CPU box from Fat Fender Garage. It's a really nice quality piece. I added the green behind it. I thought it looked nice. My wife liked it better in green, so that's why it's green. The engine's going to have green coil covers on it, so it all goes together. There's the Ford Racing power distribution box. And really none of the stuff that normally mount to the inner fender is required anymore. You don't need a starter solenoid because the PCM actually handles the starting. All the relays for the fuel pump, relays for the cooling fans, the starter, all that stuff is inside that box. So you really don't need to even wire up your own relays for things, unless you just want to. I don't know why you would, but I decided to just ditch the starter relay. I don't need it, so it's gone. Started making my own custom battery cables and stuff. I like this route better than buying the stock crap. I solder them together, and when they're done, I know they're right, so I just kind of leave them. It's the cold case radiator with the hoses and stuff all mocked up. I thought it was really interesting how well the Gen 2 factory air box actually fits in this truck. It's crazy. I'm going to go over here to the other side so you can see it. And that's it, guys. There was a thing that went on top of it right here that you totally don't need. So I cut it off. I'm going to put a grommet over the hole. I'm not going to leave it like that. And actually, I cut a hole in the radiator support to stick the air horn out of, so it can actually draw its own outside cold air through the stock air box. I was planning on running a cold air, but man, this thing fits so well. I don't think I'm gonna. I like it the way it is. It works. And honestly, I think a lot of those cold air boxes are just hype. I don't think they do a lot. You know, if you're gonna put a blower on top of this motor, you know, you probably need a bigger mass air meter so you can draw more air through it. But naturally aspirated, not too crazy above stock, I don't think that stuff's really necessary. It's just a good way to get water inside of it. But I'm actually having a dilemma right now. Maybe you guys can give me some advice. So I follow Fat Fender Garage and Jason Noel on Facebook. If you guys are into F100s, I'm sure you've seen this guy's stuff. He's super guy. Met him at the F100 reunion, and he's very knowledgeable. And I saw a post he made where he said something along the lines of, you know, these factory replacement radiators were made to cool a C4, not a 6R80. It's a much bigger transmission. You shouldn't cool it with that. You should get a nice cooler. So I bought a Derail transmission cooler. Initially, I was just going to run the transmission through there and not even bother with the radiator. But the hard lines that I'm making actually come out right where those outlets are for the transmission cooler in the radiator. So I mounted the Derail cooler in front of the radiator and the AC condenser, by the way, and decided I was just going to use both. Why not? Run it through the radiator, out of the radiator, into the cooler, and back. And my plan was to just have the relay that triggers the two 12-inch fans also trigger the cooling fan. There's no way the transmission's going to overheat running through both coolers. But now I'm struggling with the thought that, well, what if putting that big fan in front of the radiator is actually going to block air going through the radiator? And maybe I screwed up. But if you guys have any thoughts on that, please feel free to let me know, because I'm really kind of struggling with what to do. And there's the transmission cooler from Derail. It's got dash 8 ends on it. It's got a fan to kick on and off. You can actually remote mount these, but I didn't really want to do that. But that's the stack in front all by itself. It fits with the grill on. It fits almost like it was made to go there. It's tight, but it does fit. I'm just worried about having that fan blocking airflow through the radiator. One of the fans on the inside is actually like directly behind, if you can see it or not, directly behind the transcooler. So I started mocking up the transmission lines. That's the 6R80, 10R80 cooling line adapters from Powered by the Hour. They're very high quality. I suggest you get some. The stock shit that comes with it is a joke, and I didn't trust it at all. But I'm running 3/8 nickel copper line from here. Sorry, the light kind of sucks in here. I've got one plumb to the radiator. I haven't done the other side yet. And then it comes around to there. I was going to run it into one side of the cooler and then back to the transmission. Well, that's the update. Doesn't look like I've got much done because I haven't. But I should be ready to start it soon. There's really not that much that needs left to wire. Well, I need to come up with a plan for this transmission cooler and stick to it and finish it. And a little bit of wiring, and this thing's going to be ready to start. I've got a week of vacation coming up again here in a few weeks. I fully intend to have it running by the end of that vacation, and when I do, I'll have the video posted here. Keep the comments coming, guys. Hope you like it, and enjoy.